Hi everyone, it's Mike here, and in this video I want to show you how to get started with any version of Microsoft Word. I will be using Word 2016, which is not all that different from Word 2013 or Word 2010 versions of the program. If you are a Mac user, this might not translate as well, but you may still be able to follow along. Let's get started. So I'll open my Microsoft Word, and when you do that, you will be greeted with this intro screen that will provide different types of templates you can use for getting started with your document. This is a huge time saver, as I can just click on a template, such as the trifold brochure, to get started on making my brochure instead of doing this from scratch. If I couldn't find what I needed from these templates provided, I could type in what I need in the search bar, and Word will look up templates for me. Let's say I need to create a termination letter and I've never done that before. Word will look up a template for me and provide me with a document that is in proper formatting for what I need. Just don't copy what is actually on the letter, that's cheating. Anyways, you don't learn much from using a template, so instead, let's start from a blank document. When you click here, you are greeted with a page that you can start typing on. Before we start typing, let's look at what all these tools do in the upper part of your screen. You start with the Home tab. This top row is full of what are called tabs, or folders where all the tools are located. If you are just starting to use Word, I would suggest you stick to the Home tab, and I will explain more about the other tabs and what you can do with them in the next few videos. But for getting started, we'll stay in the Home tab. The area below the tab is called the Home ribbon. This is where all the tools in the Home tab are located, and you will notice that they are all separated into groups. This makes things easier to find once you get more familiar with Word. Let's add the text TPS reports to start. I'm loosely basing this video tutorial on the movie Office Space. So the reason you need to know where to locate tools within groups, as an example, a few years ago I was asked to change my text to small caps. Even though I had no clue where this was at first, I was able to locate it because it sounded like a font tool or command, and therefore must be in the font group. So I looked all around the font group and couldn't find it. However, you can open more tools that might not be found on the ribbon in every group by clicking the little arrow in the bottom right corner, which is called the dialog box launcher. Just click once and a dialog box opens. Here you can search for the more font tools or commands, and we found it, our small caps. If I apply it to my text, you can see that all of the letters are small but in uppercase format. Alternatively, if I had no idea where something was, I could use the help search bar here that says, "Tell me what you want to do," by typing in what I need. If I type in small caps, nothing really comes up because it's not a commonly used Word command. If that's the case, then I can click Get Help on small caps, and a help dialog box will open on the right of my screen. If I scroll down, then I can find the instructions on how to locate and use small caps. If I want to change the look of my text, I can use several different commands in the font group. I can choose from a long list of fonts in the font gallery. I can choose a size with this arrow here, or I can keep clicking increase font size to make my text bigger and decrease font size to make it smaller. Below that is the bold button, which will make my text darker. The italics button if I want to show emphasis or identify a name of a TV series or movie. And lastly, the underline button if I want to highlight a keyword or title. I can also highlight my text here or change the color of my text here. You can also make quick changes to your text by applying a style to it. If this was the title of my document, I could apply the default title style from the Style Gallery in the Home tab. If I wasn't happy with the look of the title, I can also modify the style by right-clicking on the title style with my mouse once and then left-click the word Modify. Let's say I want to make the title style bigger and apply a blue color to it. I would click the size arrow and choose a bigger font. Also, where the bar says automatic, we can click the drop arrow here to change the color. I can now press OK and the title style has changed. Let's say I want to keep this as a title, but move it to the second page. I could place my insertion point in front of this title and press enter a few times until it reaches the second page, but a faster way would be to cut and paste. First I will highlight the title, then press cut on the clipboard group. My text isn't gone, I just cut it from the page and put it into the clipboard to be pasted later. Now I will click on the Insert tab and press the blank page tool to create my second page. Here I can click on my mouse to create an insertion point. Right-click, then choose the paste options. If I click Keep Source Formatting, the title formatting I added will remain, and if I choose to paste by clicking Merge Formatting, the text will go back to the default size and font setting of this document. Copy and paste does the same thing as cut and paste, but without getting rid of the original in case you want to make a copy of this title. Now we'll look at two features in Microsoft Word called Autocomplete and Autocorrect. Autocomplete saves you time by completing the date or frequently used words and sentences. As I start typing the current date, an option pops up to complete the date, and all I have to do is press enter to complete the date easily. I'll press enter to start a new line and demonstrate autocorrect by typing in this sentence. Word doesn't pick up every mistake you make, but if it does, it will automatically correct it using the autocorrect or put red squiggly lines under spelling mistakes. Although, Word won't catch everything, so remember to always proofread your work. If we were typing up a business letter, we would start with the date, then press enter twice to add our address block. The problem is, if I type the first line of the date, then press enter and type the second, there will be a space that we don't want. The address block should be typed with no spaces in between the lines. Luckily, we can fix that in the paragraph group in the Home tab. First, I will highlight the address, then navigate to the line and space paragraph drop arrow, which provides some spacing options for us. Here I can choose remove space after paragraph. Now the address block is formatted correctly. To make the title on the second page stand out, we can add WordArt. I will highlight my text and in the font group, click the WordArt drop arrow to choose from a variety of WordArt styles. I think this one works well with our blue theme, so I'll choose it. You can also add more effects to your WordArt by experimenting with the outline, shadow, reflection, and glow options. Now that our document is complete, we can choose to print and save it. To do that, we need to click on the File tab. From here, we can click the Print tab to see our print options. You can choose how many copies to print, where to print, and which pages to print. To save our document for the first time and to give this file a name, go to the Save As tab. First, you have to choose where to save your file. I can do that by clicking on the Browse button and choosing Documents. Then I will give this file a name. Let's call it Introduction to Word. So the last thing we'll do is click Save, and then you've saved your first Word document. In my next video, I'll show you how to format your text and also add pictures to your Word document. So remember to subscribe so you don't miss that. And if you made it this far along, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.